Good morning, folks. Welcome to Mobility Monday. This is designed to warm your body up before work, energize you in your lunch break, and get you ready for a workout. The first thing we're going to do with this is set our legs at 90 degrees with our chest up and our ribs down. You're going to push both knees to the ground and then bend forward at the hips, keeping that chest nice and proud. A couple of things you're going to run into with this is that your torso is not going to want to stay stacked. You can take hands at either side of the ribs and pull yourself into position. This will be held for 30 seconds to 1 minute each side, ensuring that you get a nice stretch. Those hip flexor muscles that you are using to hold you in position and seat get a nice bit of movement. The first thing I would say when you're looking at these is to take them slow and focus on your technique. Video yourself when you can, just to make sure that you're not compromising yourself in that lower back position. The advanced version is called a rocking 90-90 and is significantly more difficult. First things first, keep the feet flat on the floor throughout this whole movement. You're attempting to twist your hips side to side to put you into that 90-90 position, and as you can see is not as easy as you may think. Keep that chest nice and proud, tense the core, and keep those feet flat on the ground, focusing on the movement coming from the legs, not from the momentum of the body. This one will again be done for 30 seconds to 1 minute actively. Again, just a side view so you can see the difficulties in the torso position. Don't worry about this to begin with. This will be something that you need to practice and will take time. Focus on those hips first. The upper body will come. The aim of the gorilla squat is to improve the ankle, hip and knee mobility whilst teaching you good control of the core. Start with the feet just outside the shoulders. Tense the core up by pulling the ribs down and squeezing the glutes. You will then initiate the squat by pushing the bum back slightly, bending at the knees and ankles, actively pushing your knees forward and your heels into the ground. The aim is to get the hands touching the ground without rounding the back or using the torso to get you closer to the ground. The hip hinge is a movement that will strengthen your lower body, glutes, hamstrings and core. We start with the feet hip distance apart, toes pointing straight forward. You will unlock the knees but don't bend them. As you can see in the video, mine are completely straight almost for the majority of the movement. I am tensing my core, squeezing my glutes and then pushing my bum back. You can see from this position the feet are pointing forward to enable the big stretch of the hamstrings and the glutes. Use this to warm up your lower body before work and after work because you will have sat in a crunch position for most of the day. Scapular pull-ups warm up your middle back and chest. Start with the shoulders over the wrists, the glutes over the knees, tense core, and you are going to pull your shoulder blades together and push them apart. That is chest to floor and shoulders to ceiling. The main thing you want to do with these, whether you are doing the beginner or advanced position, is focus on keeping the arms locked out as you can and the glutes and core squeezed. This exercise is really important for any kind of upper body strength because it teaches you correct movement of a floating bone that basically connects the muscles of the chest to the arms, which helps you do the proper movement. We want to focus on the shoulders coming back in a press up and then pushing forward. Start with the wrists underneath the shoulders, the glutes over the knees, hands walked in front, and then you stretch back. Arch the back as much as you can, letting the shoulders come up to the ears, and you are going to continuously try to walk the hands forward to create this active stretch through the lat and the lower back. This variation will be very important for you who are sat at the desk for most of the day. The elbows are on and the fists are at the side of the head. You do push your bum back as normal, but the fists get pushed apart to initiate the movement in the shoulders to allow the middle back to work instead of the wider part. As you can see from this second position, the thumbs are actively pushed apart continuously through the movement to engage the middle back. Good morning, team. Welcome to another edition of Mobility Monday. We are going to be starting with the shoulders. In this one, I need the shoulders always pulled down to the bum. We're going to start with the arms long in a T position with the thumbs pointed up to the sky. We are going to attempt to pull the thumbs up to the sky, keep a nice straight line, essentially pinching those shoulder blades together. This is the T position, and this is working the rotator cuff muscles. The next movement we have is the Y position, which hits the rotator cuff muscles, of which there are 3 in a slightly different angle. You are going to keep the shoulders down, thumbs up to the sky, pause for a second, and lower them down. Now, what you can see with me here is that I'm trying to really extend up to the top, and in this third position, you need a little bit more room. This is the I position and will be the most difficult of all. Keep those abs tensed, drive those thumbs up to the ceiling, hold for 1 second, and then release and lower. Our third exercise is going to be using a can or a different implement to control our muscles in that different range of motion. You are attempting to bring the thumb just above the tin. Now, as you can see here, I've moved mine out slightly just to get that better stretch in that Y position there. If needed, you can make the object higher to make it more difficult. I hope this has been helpful, folks. Have a wonderful Monday and stay mobile. In this clip, I'm going to show you how to do wall slides without the actual wall, so you can see the back position. We are going to have the hands up with the wrist directly above the elbows, and we are moving the shoulders up and down, sliding them against the wall, keeping the abs nice and tight as we can.